Now, welcome back to the Prospect. I hope you like this video and hit the subscribe button. I'm going to talk about, which is probably the Mets' best minor league team. That's the Brooklyn Cyclones. And I got this. I've talked a lot about this. It's more concise, written by Mesmerize. Big four lead in high A Brooklyn, the powerful offensive start. The Brooklyn Cyclones roster is littered with top prospects, first-round selections, blossoming middle-round selections, and a shining reflection of the work put in by the New York Mets' new team of player development group. Brooklyn currently leads the South Atlantic League in hits, doubles, triples, batting average, OPS, and have struck out the fewest amount of times in the league. Meanwhile, they are second in home runs, slugging percentage, and stolen bases. Wow. All this has culminated in a 25-12 record, second best in the league. The offensive charge has been led by the deadly top four of the order: Carson Benj, Eli Serrano, A.J. Ewan, and Jacob Reimer. Benj, the Mets' first-round selection from Oklahoma a year ago, got off to a cold start, but has been scorching hot since. He's the proud owner of a 900 OPS in the month of May, and has totaled 8 walks in 13 games. His running game has stepped up as well, now 5 steals in May, as compared to only 1 in April. On the season, Benj owns an 868 OPS with 3 homers and 6 stolen bases. Very talented players Mets have down there. Benj has typically been paired to the outfield with 2024 fourth-round selection Eli Serrano III out of North Carolina State. Serrano's 22, was one of the more interesting Mets selections last year as a sophomore in college. A more advanced hitter than most, Serrano is currently slashing .248, a .375 on-base percentage, a .444 slugging percentage, with 5 homers, 10 doubles, and a triple, to go along with 4 stolen bases. Most impressively, in 33 games, the 6'5" left-handed batter has walked 23 times, which is top 10 in the South Atlantic League. Serrano profiles long-term as a big left-handed bat with strong power. Behind him has been the power threat of 2022 fourth-round selection Jacob Reimer, who's finally keyed in after a back-and-forth start to his professional career. Through 35 starts and games this season, Reimer has matched at a clip of .341, .433 on base, .652 slugging percentage, a .1085 OPS. Making up this line is 15 doubles, 3 triples, and 7 home runs. In one game, he had a 3-home run game and was on MLB Network talking about it. So he made some national news within the baseball community a few weeks ago. Reimer was the second best prep player selected by the Mets in 22, behind top prospect Jed Williams. The start of Reimer's career was a bit rough, given his 134 games played between being drafted in mid-22 and the end of last year. But his new stability has been met with a roaring success. His OPS against left-handed pitchers sits at an unconscious 1104, which is somehow backed up by a 1069 mark against righties. Defensively, Reimer has almost exclusively played third base, and just 5 appearances, 4 starts at first base so far this year, and profiles as a career infielder long-term. Versatile defender in 2023 fourth-round selection, A.J. Ewan began the season repeating with the St. Lucie Mets, where he looked like a man among children. Before being promoted, Ewan had 1121 OPS for the Mets, a .505 on-base percentage, and 14 stolen bases. Since the promotion, his OPS sits at .967 with 12 stolen bases. The power is not much of a tool in Ewan's bag, but has produced 15 extra base hits, 6 triples so far this year. Ewan's corn card has been getting on base and making action happen with his legs, which he has been able to do this year. Hitting .372 overall in the season, he's been able to reach a .473 on base percentage across both levels to go along with a staggering 26 stolen bases through just over 32 games. Beyond these 4 major bats, another Cyclone has been doing damage, but this time at the bottom of the order is utility man Chris Suarez at 21. Suarez is finally breaking out for the Mets after showing flashes the last few seasons. Suarez was a low-cost international free agent signing in 2021 and has hit his stride at the plate for the Cyclones. Suarez was hitting .245 with a .389 on-base percentage, .510 slugging with an .899 OPS, thanks to 6 doubles and 7 home runs on top of the power. Suarez swiped 15 bags in 16 chances. The Bronx, New York native provides a ton of versatility for the Cyclones, logging games behind the dish at first and left field. It has been an extremely exciting start to the 2025 season for the Mets' High A affiliate. Interestingly, Brooklyn is being led by the league's best offense and a ballpark, Momandas Park, that profiled as one of the most pitcher-friendly parks in all the minor leagues of 2024. According to Baseball America's 2024 Parker Factor study, Brooklyn's home field had a below-average 100 park factor in terms of runs, home runs, and WOBA. Overall, the South Atlantic League as a whole profiles extremely pitcher-friendly, which makes the stellar offensive performance of several on the team that much more impressive. I would also mention that they can field a lineup, an everyday lineup, with at least 9 players that are in the Mets' top 30 according to MLB Pipeline. So the Mets have an enormously talented low A team. And this team, a lot of these guys will be in the majors. All the players I mentioned here, unless there's some injuries, they're all going to be in the majors. I wouldn't be shocked. But you let me know what you think about this video. And, of course, please subscribe to the Baseball Hut, Prospect, however the hell I am. And I'll see you later.